beef and root vegetables braised in red wine.
That's comfort zone, really. And it's easy. It's all in one pot. So begin with a nice big pot where you can fit the meat and as well the vegetables will go right in there. Let's salt the meat. You don't need the real prime cuts of beef because it'll roast for 2 hours, even a little bit more. So it'll be soft. With the fork, you'll be able to cut it. So you don't have to spend all that money on the meat itself. But let's get it browned so that we add some flavor to it. I love my porcini, dry porcini mushroom. They just deliver such a powerful flavor of the woods. And in order to bring that out, take some hot stock and let it steep in there. Let it steep until we're ready to add it on to the sauce itself. While that's browning, let's add some more flavor, and that's in a pestata. I like to add a little bit of bacon, so I'm gonna add a little bit of flavor and fat from the bacon itself, a little bit of carrots, and onion. Now it looks good. So I think the meat has just browned a little bit around, so it's not kind of that raw meat flavor. And right in here, right in the same pot, let's go with the pestata. And you want the pestata you want to render the bacon in there a little bit. You want to flavor it again. All these steps are building flavor. You know, you sort of cook, caramelize each step, and then you put it all together, and it's a big symphony of flavors, of music, if you will. Tomato paste, we'll put it right in there. And I'll make a little hot spot, if you will, for the tomato paste. Let that, again, build up some more flavors. I will throw in the rosemary, the sage, and bay leaves. All of that will give it a lot of flavor. And the porcini mushrooms, take them out. And I want to chop them a little bit. But I want to use this juice also. Just be careful that at the bottom there might be some dirt. So you just kind of, okay. And you leave the little bit of sediment. You don't want to put that in to cook. Let's get the chopped porcini in there. Absolutely, let's get a full bottle of red wine. And, you know, a lot of you ask me about wine and cooking. Well, what you want from wine and cooking wine is that you want its acidity and you want its flavor. As it cooks, the alcohol will dissipate, so that will not be a problem. Let's put some stock in there. Let's put the meat right in there. Season the sauce with salt. So you bring it to a boil, and then you put it in a hot 350-degree oven for about an hour and a half, and the meat will become tender. Welcome, everybody. I'm in Italy. I'm having a great time. I didn't forget you. I come, and I look at what you write to me. So here I have an email from George. He says, I noticed that there are different ages when it comes to cheese. Is there a difference between them? And how do you know which one to use when? Absolutely, there is the aging process of a lot of the cheeses. What happens in aging is the cheese itself matures more, it dehydrates, so it intensifies. It intensifies in texture, it intensifies in flavor. It really gets more complex as it ages. So yes, there's a difference between the age of each cheese. And most of the cheeses, if they're the normal size, about 1.5 to 2 years is where they're really mature. If the cheese is bigger, like those big cheeses that you see, they can go up to 5 and even 6 years of aging because they have more of a mass.
age does matter in cheese, George. Absolutely. Great questions. So you guys out there are asking all kinds of questions. I'm in Italy. Send them in so I can research them and get back to you.
So the meat is cooked. Half an hour before the meat was cooked, I added in some onion and some rutabaga, and that's all cooking in here with the sauce, and it's delicious. Are you hungry, Grandma?
I patiently wait.
The string, let's cut that out. On here. And this is the last one. Okay. Let me start cutting it just like that. And you do it in a sawing motion. You see, it's kind of breaking apart. Cut it all the way down, just like that. Okay. Now, this is where we're going to put it. Kind of scoop it up, just like that, and put it right here in the middle of the plate. Now it looks good, huh?
Beautiful.
Okay. Maybe I'll take this piece that was here for me and for you. How do you think that, Grandma?
That's plenty, plenty. And
No, we're dividing it.
oh, that's okay.
It's okay?
Plenty for me anyway.
Okay. And now the vegetables, the onions and the rutabaga. Just like that.
They smell very nice.
It's delicious too. So let's give you a piece of the rutabaga
A little bit, I will
and
taste.
me a piece right here. And I know you love your onions.
Yeah, that's great. Mamma mia.
And I'm gonna give myself some onions just like that. Okay, that's for us.
What a nice looking dish. And inviting too.
Ah, I need to put some sauce now.
Even more.
Watch this.
Even more decoration. Oh, more good.
This looks nice. You see, you have all the needles of the rosemary in there, just a little bit to reinforce the flavor of sage
nice
and rosemary. But you and I have to taste, Grandma.
I think I can tell you already what I think. That is delicious.
Let's taste.
Look at that.
The meat is nice and tender. The rutabaga still has a little bit of a bite, but it's beautiful. And what do we usually do, Grandma, when we have a lot? What do?
We drink a little bit.
And we eat a little bit?
We eat a little bit, yes.
Don't we invite them?
Surely.
So what do we say?
Tutti a tavola a mangiare e bere. Especially today, it's something extra delicious.
You heard it. Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
E bere.